Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Hustlers. Wonder what that popcorn bucket would look like.
The Hustlers bucket?
Yeah. Anyways, this is going to be our no spoiler review. We're just going to take a few minutes here to geek out about what we thought about the movie. I'm distracted. We haven't shot a review in a few weeks, and it just doesn't look right to me, but whatever.
Fix it in post.
Yeah, we're going to do a no spoiler review. We're just going to give a few minutes of what our overall thoughts and opinions on this movie are. And then, of course, we'll have a spoiler review out probably tomorrow if you're watching this when it goes live. And we'll talk a little bit more in depth and detail about things we loved and did not. Mm-hmm. If we say anything spoilery in this one, we'll make sure to cut it out. Mm-hmm. Is that what I normally say? I don't know.
Not quite, but not
it's good enough, right?
But yeah, I think you cover your bases.
All right. So this movie is actually pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. I went in with very low expectations. I wasn't like dreading it like I have some movies.
Because I'm like, oh, hey, let's go see Hustlers. He's like, okay.
All right. Sure. I'm like, there'll be cute chicks doing cute things, you know, sexy ladies being sexy. I'm down. And of course, I knew it was more than that. It was definitely more than that. However, I was not prepared for the way the movie starts off, because you really, well, I assume, because I'm not a strip club guy. I've never really been to strip clubs. The only time I've been to strip clubs is for filming of movies. So usually they're shut down and we're faking it all. But I feel like this is what it's like to go to a strip club throughout the beginning of this movie. And I told Mary, it's like, damn girl, I didn't know you were taking me to a strip club tonight. It was a good time.
Yeah.
What did you think about the movie overall?
I really enjoyed it.
The best.
And because, yeah, you get all the spectacle, but you also get story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to go learn more about the story. I mean, it tells you enough, but I want to learn, like, it's a fascinating story, and I want more details than I even got.
Yeah. And because it's one of those things, it's like, there are no villains, there are no heroes, it's just basically people being people. You
could make a case for the leads being villains. You could. I mean, you know, you could make a case for that. It's based on a true story. Just saying. But yeah, performances are great. Pacing is great. It reminds me, like, J-Lo doesn't do acting that often, but every time she does, I'm always, like, reminded, like, oh yeah, she is a great actor, actually. And it really makes me want to go back and watch Out of Sight with George Clooney. Haven't watched that in forever. And I remember that was the first movie that I determined, like, whoa, she is a really good actor. So that was quite nice. And Constance Wu was really good in this.
Yeah.
All the little supporting players, male, female, everybody in this. There's not really a weak link. I didn't see a bad performance in it.
No.
Pacing's good.
Who,
Julia Stiles?
Never mind. I will ask you in spoilers.
Okay. Well,
there's somebody who's like, he looks familiar.
I know which guy you're talking about, but I don't know what from. But you, yeah.
No, actually, no, you're probably thinking about a different guy.
Okay.
There's a couple of guys who are going like, that generic-looking white guy looks familiar.
Are you just saying all rich white men look alike? Is that what you're saying? You're not wrong. But yeah, no, there's some really great laugh out loud moments in this too. There's some real solid comedy, but it's just well done. You're just engaged. Like, you want to know what's going on. Like, where is this going? If you don't know anything about the story, you want to know how it all unfolds. And it's really well told. And I like that, you know, I did not realize Julia Stiles was in this and the way she is in this, but I really liked seeing her in this. She was the journalist.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think that's vague enough. So that was really cool. And, you know, I like the ending and everything. And there's a great celebrity cameo as themselves that was pretty cute and charming. And I was really interested to find out, which we'll talk more about in spoilers, that this was based on a particular nightclub or strip club that I'm familiar with for other reasons, which, again, we'll talk about in spoilers.
Okay. Because
this was in New York, and it really makes me want to go see it. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really know much to tell you other than it's a good movie, and it's definitely worth seeing. And it's not maybe as much nudity or stripper stuff as you might think. As a matter of fact, I was a little bit surprised. I don't have a problem with it, but I was a little bit surprised how much they downplayed the actual nudity part of it. You'd get some in the background a little bit on occasion, but it wasn't heavy-handed with the toplessness or things like that. No, I don't want to say that. That might be a spoiler. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, I mean, is there anything in here?
No end credit scene. The
mid-ish. Listen to the beginning of the credits. Is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. There is like a mid-credit scene.
Sort of. Ish.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give it away here. We'll talk more about that in spoilers. But stay around for a little while, but you don't have to stay all the way to the end unless you just dig in the tunes.
Yeah. I thought, by the way, the soundtrack was also pretty good.
Yeah, very varied as well.
Yeah. And this is like anywhere from, hip-hop to classical, so...
Yeah, and everything in between. There's some classic rock in there. Yeah, it was a good time. I think it could be emotional for some people. There's some moments that could get you pretty teary-eyed. They were kind of shocking for me, but didn't quite get me there. But I had a drink with it, because this is a good movie to have a drink with, because it makes it a little bit more like you're going to the strip club and you're partying. This popcorn almost is a little stale. It's good though. Oh, and yeah, I didn't realize we didn't come see it because Mary doesn't do it, but I saw they had the bucket and I'm like, and the cup, and even the cup has a red lid, and I'm like, that is too cool, and I want it. I don't know why. But there were 2 different auditoriums screening this tonight. And the first one, when we went to book the tickets, was almost all booked up. So I'm glad they added us into the RPX. So we got to see it in RPX, but literally there was 3 other people in the RPX with us. So,
yeah.
But I know a lot of people are going to the other screening in the other theater, so I don't know how well this is going to do financially. But I know J-Lo is...
This could very well be a word-of-mouth movie.
It could. It could have some legs, because I know she was talking about how hard it is to get movies made that aren't comic books right now, which is true. But, strippers and boobs, and you're good.
Well, everybody's gonna go, it's gonna be like striptease or whatever.
Showgirls.
Showgirls, there we go.
In the opening seconds of the movie, I thought, what if this is another Showgirls? It's not at all.
Yeah.
Very different.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those things that's like, oh my god, you need to go see this movie. And it'll just be word of mouth that really gets it going.
Yeah, I think if you like the actors, or you're at all interested in the story, or if you know the true story, I think you could really enjoy this movie. If you're easily offended, I don't think you're going to like this movie.
Oh, yeah. Not for the easily offended.
And even though, and again, this is what the story of the movie is, so I don't consider this a spoiler, but you are kind of asked to root for people that are doing not great things.
Yeah.
And I don't know how well they made you feel animosity towards the people they're doing it to. So it's not like they're given this,
I think...
hey, it's not quite a Robin Hood vibe.
Well, that's because... It's got the first half of the formula of Robin Hood. It does not have the back half of that formula.
But anyways, it's a little bit close to spoilers. Not quite there, but.
I think whether or not you were asking whether if they didn't have to make you hate the people. I think they're relying on people having lived through that period and remembering it,
which can be bad because a movie should give you what it needs inside that movie. If it doesn't give you that with inside that movie, then it's relying it's more gimmicky and less an actual work of cinematic art. That's just the basics of how movies work. But then again, speaking of cinematics, there were a few specific things I want to talk about in spoilers that I really liked filmmaking wise, little touches they did in sound design and things like that.
Okay.
That I thought were pretty cool, and I thought that was actually a nice little touch of artistry going on in the filmmaking. And it flies by. Pacing's really good. I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, go see it if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it really did fly because I didn't look at my watch once.
Yeah. All right, well, anyways, that's what we think about Hustlers. We recommend it. So if you want to check it out, feel free to go check it out. And again, stay out of the comments if you're afraid of spoilers, because people might accidentally spoil things. But other than that, if you want to brave it, you can always jump in there and let us know if you're planning on seeing it or something like that. But if you do want to talk spoilers, you can jump on over to our spoiler video. That should be out probably the next day. It's a crazy weekend for me. Hopefully it'll be out the next day. And let us know. Other than that, you can click the thumbs up button. Give us the good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. And I guess now we're going to get on out of here so we can go see some more. I'm just throwing this out there. If you're watching this movie this late, you might not care, but on Friday the 13th, 2019, September 13th, on my Patreon, I have a Friday the 13th, 1980, the original movie, commentary I did, and it's free. You don't even have to join Patreon or anything, so if you want to check that out, it's up there. Feel free to go check that out. All right, we're going to get out of here so we can go watch some more stuff. We'll see you all later.